Let's talk about failure. I'm failing right now as this video is being recorded. You may or may not have seen in previous videos, but I've had to get my ego in check because I'm in between jobs right now. As I'm stood here right now, I don't have the next thing. I don't even have the next thing lined up, even there was a couple of opportunities, and even I'm looking at various business opportunities as well. But right now, I'm failing. I don't see that now as a bad thing. I see it's happened right now to get my life in check, get my life in order. It's so easy, things are going well, to take people and situations for granted. It's so easy to do so. But with me failing right now, I took a step back. The things that I thought mattered to me, the things that I thought helped me get me to where I need to go, and no longer serve me anymore. What are those things that I'm talking about? I'm talking about, yes, I can be confident. Yes, I can be making connections with people. Yes, I can be there doing training. And listen, let's take the gym for example. There's so many people, and having worked in the industry, that was a good few years back now, but working in the gyms, some of the people that you might see think they've made it and they're happy and you want to be them, they're going through exactly the same or very similar problems to what you're going through now. And in fact, what happens is they build this facade, we build this wall, and when we're struggling, if we're not honest with ourselves and those around us, it's even worse because we're battling to keep this facade, keep this front up, when really there's no need to, because it doesn't matter who you are or what you're doing, life will humble you. But we're so conditioned often to let our egos get in the way, and it's like, yeah, well, they said this and well, they did that, and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And then if you've said something that's probably out of turn to somebody else, and you're turning around to a partner, family, or even a friend to say, yeah, well, it's right, weren't I? See, I told them, and say that they needed that, though, didn't they? Chances are you're the one that's being the absolute clown in this scenario if you're having to seek validation for how you're being. So you might be perceived as being successful in many areas of your life, but you're failing too if you're failing to recognize when you're being wrong or you're being out of order to somebody. Chances are that person didn't deserve that. Don't get me wrong, there's some people out there that just want people to have bad days, and if there is anyone around you that is like that, do what you can to distance yourself from that person, because it'll only pull you down. It'll only add to the pressure and stress on you. So when I'm saying failure can be a good thing, I'm talking about it right now. Again, it's not looking back a few months ago and look at how my life changed overnight. It can be life's way of showing you you need to make change. And it can be really hard. It's okay that it's really hard. So don't have a go at yourself. It's not just you that get things wrong. It's not just you that has self-doubt. It's not just you that feels like you can't get to where you need to go, and you will do. And it happens at different paces for different people. So this is me being completely my authentic self. I am failing right now, but I'm not seeing that as 100% bad thing. I realise it's the universe's way of saying, look, get your ego in check. Things are going wrong. What do they say? Life keeps giving you a lesson until you learn from that lesson. So my one is making sure I'm appreciating those around me, making sure I'm being humble, because it's so easy when things are going well to get carried away with yourself. But no, bring it down. Those real conversations with people that matter to you. But even if you're struggling, reach out. Honestly, it's okay to feel shit. It's okay to have doubt. It's okay to feel like once you could have done anything and now you feel like you can't do anything. I've been going through that, and I have those moments. It's recognizing those moments and saying, look, I'm not a bad person. I can look back on the things that I've done in my life and saying, this is what I've done in my life that's brought about change, and say to yourself, yeah, that every step that I do can be a little small one change. It might be applying on different job websites, it might be upskilling online, it might be even if you're working now that you feel that you can't get out of the job. Okay, most people be doing 45 hour weeks, but make sure that you rest hard so you can take a step back, and when you have got whatever your weekend is, whether that be midweek days or whether it be a straight up weekend, that you plan to do stuff for you, but plan in leisure stuff as well. You still deserve to go for a walk and read that book that you wanted to read, but add it in there as a reward. Say, okay, then this given day I'm going to do X when I finish work. Or like me, if you're in between jobs, plan it. Say, look, I'm going to be applying for X amount of roles, or take my time to be doing research. Then I'm going to go and do whatever thing you would normally do. But like, switch off from your distractions. Like I said, there's always going to be new shows you can binge watch, and or even video games that you can play over and over again. But life goes so quickly. So recognise it's okay to be failing at something. Doesn't mean that it's permanent at all. It just means that you can take it a look from a different angle. What can I do? What can I control? You can't control if you go for a job and you get a rejection. Yeah, you might be able to take a step back and say, what can I do differently? One of mine is, lately I've been having a few interviews and I've been over egging it. I'm laughing because by the end of the interview I've made out like it's the best job ever, and it's the only job I've ever wanted. And like, to quote, I think it was Only Fools and Horses, if you want to lay it on it any thicker, I'll give you a trowel. I've been guilty of doing that, so that's one of the things that I'm going to be doing differently, reminding myself that I've got the interview on merit, that they want a person like me, and I've got that value. And know your self-worth. You are worth pushing forwards, you are worth making a difference in your life, because you do matter. It's so easy to make other people happy, but in the meantime you're holding yourself back, you're pulling yourself down. Look, we've got this. I'm doing this because I'm going through it right now. I want to have a real authentic conversation to help others, and in turn it will help me as well. I don't want to be doing it when I'm back on track and I've pushed forward, say that I've got that big job that I wanted, or I've got my business up and running as well and everything's going great. Yeah, that's good, and that would help some people too, but I want to be posting stuff whilst I'm in the midst of it right now. So when I'm saying about failing, when I'm saying about doubt, when I'm saying about self-sabotage, when I'm saying about taking a hard look at myself, because it's right now. It's not easy when you're looking back. It's like easy when you've got all the answers. So you deserve to be happy, as I deserve to be happy, and don't be hard on yourself. Be hard on yourself in some ways if you realise that you're not putting it in, or you are doing self-sabotage. I've mentioned on a couple of my other videos, as I've been guilty of doing it even this very day. So I'm laughing because I was going in that run, but it represented so much where I could have easily said, okay, then I've been for a run, and then when I come back, that by the time I've got showered and got changed and sorted like that, and I'm like, oh, well, it's Sunday, so I'll have the day off. Well, no. Following this very video, I'm going to be back online applying for, researching for various roles and seeing what I can do to be pushing my, say, business idea, but it's more than an idea. I want to be honest with myself, so this is my minimizing the self-sabotage. So recognize something within you that you are doing that's self-sabotaging, that makes you feel like a failure, and you think, why can everyone else do it and what's wrong with me? No, there's nothing wrong with you. There really isn't nothing wrong with you. It's normal to feel like that, but not enough of us talk about this honest talk. It's like when we see people, how are you? Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm fine. But really, yeah, and I'm fine should be, yeah, actually I'm feeling this, I'm feeling doubt, I'm feeling stressed. But don't get me wrong, you don't want to be oversharing to everybody and anybody, but if you've got a personal persons out there that you can be honest, and it will help them because there's a good chance that they'll open up to you and say, do you know what, mate, I've been feeling similar, or I've got this going on. So you've still got value even when you're going through your hard times. And look, we're social creatures, so let's all keep talking to each other, genuinely help each other, but genuinely look, if you're failing, it doesn't mean it's a bad thing. Recognise it, look at it from another POV, not from a, yeah guys, everything's great. I don't know why I just put on a rubbish American accent, but you get my point. See it from a different angle, but see it from a place of being honest with yourself. Why am I failing? But what is in my control within that failure? And remember, like for a job, if you didn't get the job, it wasn't yours in the first place. It's me looking at it differently as well. Like I said, I'm going through it in the moment, hence why I'm posting it now. I want to be real, I want to be authentic. I could be waiting till I've got that next job or the business is in place and taken off and saying, guys, you can do it too. I'm going through rubbish accents, I don't even know why I'm doing it now, because it is about being real and authentic. But I want to show that you matter, I matter, that person that you may not have spoken to, and I've done it before where, and I'm probably guilty of doing it now, that's why I'm making a difference of reaching out to them only when things are going well, because I was embarrassed to say, actually, I'm not okay because of X, Y and Z. So this is the time, reach out to friends, family, contacts, and speak to people. There's even online support out there. Use that support, okay? Because you genuinely deserve to be happy, to be more contented. But life isn't about you're either really happy or you're okay or you're not. We all have good and bad moments. You could be happy, enjoying the weather, but then you get in the car, someone cuts you up, sticking the twos up, effing and jeffing at you. But the next minute you could see someone you haven't seen for a while and you have a nice conversation. Life is like that, like waves up and down. We have good and bad moments, so let's recognise that's how life is. And let's make the difference in each day. Like I said, I've got enough videos on here now. If any of it helps, it's not just me, there's so much out there and so much support. So we've got this. I'm going to finish. Let's be better than yesterday.